snores on, try to remember and focus on the beginning and the middle of the story. That's what we're going to focus on today, okay? So, where we start. Bear snores on. In a cave in the woods, in his deep dark lair, through the long cold winter sleeps a great brown bear. Cuddled in a heap with his eyes shut tight, he sleeps through the day, he sleeps through the night. The cold winter howls and the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. Someone raise their hand and tell me, what do we know about the bear so far in the beginning of the story? I said Jordan. What do we know about the bear so far? The bear sleeps in the den. Awesome. Okay. An itty bitty mouse, pitter pat, tiptoe, creep crawls in the cave from the fluff cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dank, too dark. So he lights wee twigs with a small hot spark. The coals pop and the wind does not stop, but the bear snores on. Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Mouse cries, "Who's there?" A hare hops in. "Oh, Mouse," says Hare, "long time no see." So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Someone raise their hand and say, why did Mouse and Hare enter the bear's lair or den? Sydney? Okay, she wanted to eat. Courtney?
Because they wanted to stay cool.
To stay warm from the cold outside? Good, okay. Mouse sips wee slurps. Hare burps big burps. But the bear snores on. A badger scuttles by, sniff snuffs at the air. I smell yummy yums. Perhaps can we share? I brought honey nuts, Badger says with a grin. Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in. We're not having that And they nibble and they munch with a chew chop crunch. The bear snores on.
Oh my gosh.
A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor. Then a wren and a raven flutter in through the door. Mole mutters, "What a night, what a storm," twitters wren, and everybody clutters in the great bear's den. Someone raise their hand and say, why did the other animals enter the den? Zoe?
Because they wanted to stay nice and warm.
Nice and warm, okay, one more. Josie?
Because they're hungry.
They're hungry, maybe they smell the food. They tweet and they titter, they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on.
Oh my god.
In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Hare stokes the fire, Mouse seasons the stew. Then a small pepper flake makes the bear
Sneeze.
And the bear wakes up. Bear gnarls and snarls. Bear roars and rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. Bear growls and he grumbles. Do you think he's mad? Sophia, do you think he's mad?
Yes, because the animals gave it him the pepper. And then he sneezed.
So he
and then
sneezed and
got
woke up.
mad after
Okay, let's read on. You've snuck in my lair and you've had all fun. But me, I was sleeping and I've had none. And he whimpers and he moans, he wails and he groans, and the bear blubbers on. Is he sad or mad? Mouse squeaks, don't fret, don't fuss, look, see? We can make more popcorn and we can brew more tea. Bear gulps, bear gobbles, he sighs with delight, then he spins his tall tails through the blustery night. When the sun peeks up on a crisp clear dawn, bear can't sleep. But his friends snore on. Someone raise their hand and tell me what happened in the beginning of the story, Paxton.
The bear was having too much fun, so he didn't fall asleep when all the friends did.
That was the end of the story, right? What happened in the beginning of the story. So the start of the story, Sydney. The bear is sleeping. Good. Where is the bear sleeping, Bella?
In his lair.
In his lair. Good. And that's also called the den, right? Someone raise their hand and tell me what happened in the middle. Something that happened in the middle of the story, Josie.
In the middle of the story that they were cooking and with the pepper.
Okay, they were cooking, and did some friends join them in the den?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna turn to performance task, and Miss Chen's gonna let you know what you're gonna do. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All eyes on